raise the conversation into the market. Of course, this is where it all comes together for those who want to be in the financial markets and making money, whether on currency trading, on equities, or on fixed income, perhaps on derivatives and other things. Let's bring in Bolahon, who is the head of investment at Cultures Capital. Good morning.
Thank you, Boston.
Great to have you here. The president is back in the country. What are your immediate thoughts?
Well, for starters, I think I'm excited like everybody is. So on Saturday, watching Channels TV, I saw the Guard of Honors. I saw the various governors waiting to meet the president. Of particular interest was Jameson Winke, the PDP governors. So really, they might be divided on party ideas. Of course, everybody wanted the president to come back. And I think in terms of the markets, I don't think so much is going to happen yet. I think in the days to come, we'll see how the market is going to pan out. So while the president was away, pretty much the market, like you said, was on steroid. We saw the equity market rally, gain over 2 trillion today. We saw bond yields also dip this year as well. So in terms of markets, in terms of the economy, we saw the economy also more or less showing signs of recovery. Although first quarter GDP was still negative, 0.52%, but some key sectors came out of recession. So we saw manufacturing out of recession. We saw agriculture out of recession, posted strong numbers, over 3%, while oil and gas had a negative 11% recession, which also dragged down the GDP growth. But for Q2, we think that the economy might begin to show signs of recovery. So all this happened while the president is away. So I think now what people expect to see continuity, they want a consolidation on the gains we've seen in the market generally. Like you mentioned, currency market has also strengthened as well. Beginning of the year, market depreciated against the dollar to over 500 to a dollar. But now market is quite stable at 366. Pretty much interesting. On Friday, I tried to do a transaction. So I called my bank and I was asking for the exchange rate. They said 366. So I called the guys on the street, said 367. So that divergence has more or less disappeared.
No, but the naira is still down this year about 16%, isn't it? Yes.
Yeah, on the official window.
Yeah, the official window.
Yeah.
And of course, if you and I'm going to put everybody's in this market and in this fight, let me put it that way, for the naira value. Paul Wallace from Bloomberg says the naira is a lot more stronger at the the official window than the parallel market, which you call, well, quote, the black market. Do you think that the naira is still strongly overvalued by the central bank?
Well, I don't think so. So the IIE window is supposed to be like a market-determined window, and that's where the foreign investors look at. And if you look at that window, for instance, there's been a lot of stability in the naira. It's over around 366 to 370 in the course of the month. So I think it's stable. I think investors are looking at that window in terms of pricing their assets. I think that's really on the back of the fact of the accretion to reserve. So we've seen the reserve very strong, very robust. Last week it gained over 1%, currently at over 30 billion US dollar. So that, of course, giving the CBN asked now to, of course, defend the naira.
But a bit of a convergence, based on what Paul Wallace put out here from Bloomberg. There's a bit of a convergence, and I just put that chart. Sorry, apologies, folks, I can't push that up. If you go on Twitter, you'll find it there. There's a bit of a convergence now between the interbank rate and the black market rate are above 350 to the dollar. The naira at the central bank reference window is about 305. 0.6, yes. Yeah. Yes.
So for most investors, like I said, we're going to look at the IIE window, which more or less there's been a convergence with the parallel market, like you mentioned.
But okay, so well, the naira value is still a bit of a conversation there.
Yeah, it's a debate.
It's a debate. 305 to 360 is still a bit of a gap there.
Yes.
That folks say the regulators should still try to figure out what really is going on, what's the naira's true value. But let's move on to the markets. And this is a very big question. Do you think the markets really miss the president?
Well, I don't think so. So like you mentioned, market has gained over 37% year to date. So in terms of missing the president, but I know for sure the market does not like uncertainty. So I think now that the president is back, so there's a lot of clarity, there's a lot of certainty.
But there was certainty that the acting president was in charge.
Yeah, but there's a lot of...
Was that a confidence for the market while the President Buhari was away?
Yeah, it was confidence, but also discussing with some of foreign investors as well. They also mentioned the fact that there's not a lot of clarity, not a lot of certainty regards the president's health. But now that he's back, I think there's more clarity, there's more certainty. I don't think that the market might rally too much, but I think in terms of if we see strong policy pronouncements, if we see capital releases for the budget, that might also spur and see a spillover in the market.
In terms of let's stick with the stock market. The FX market is a different conversation because of the yields that we see and the interest rate and inflation environment. But as far as the stock market was concerned, some folks believe that this market was on performance-enhancing drug called steroid. Do you think so? And that this is hot money coming to the market? Yes or no?
Well, I don't think it's hot money. Yes, we can't discount the fact that they are foreign investors. But like I said, there are a lot of things that contributed to the performance we've seen. One, the IIN window, and corporate releases have been strong. We saw the consumer goods, we saw the banking sector as well. They've been strong on a number of fronts. For the banking sector, of course, it was more or less the currency and the yield environment. For the consumer goods, we've seen an increase in consumer confidence. For a lot of consumers, we've seen strong growth numbers as well. So for the consumer goods, last year, getting dollars was a major challenge for a lot of them. Some had to source from the parallel market. Now there's access to dollar. In terms of energy, there was stable energy in the review period, so stability in energy prices as well. For the likes of the cement companies, they've also gotten cheaper and more stable energy as well. So we saw strong demand from Waco, strong demand from Dangote Cement as well. So overall, I think it's been a lot of factors culminating together. So it's not just the IIN window. Strong numbers as well also contributed to it.
But let's take out the FX, whether it is revaluation or interest income, whatever it is. Yeah. The rest of the market and the rest of the economy in terms of fundamentals, do you think they are strong enough to support this runaway rally that we've seen?
Yes, but going forward, I don't expect the rally to be as strong as we've seen. I already mentioned the PMI figures. So if you look at PMI from April to June, it's been above 52 on the average. And what PMI is to tell you about is how people persist the manufacturing sector. So usually 5 indices that they look at. So in terms of the manufacturing sector, we see that they are growing. We see that there's positive sentiment as well. So